Once upon a time there was a little engine named Dora. She loved to work on a railway of the furnace. She lived with all her brothers. Many of them had moved away, but she was still young. Anyway, she lived in a small yard, and it was Christmas time. Dora sat in the shed waiting for her train. She coupled up to a Christmas special at the station and pulled it for a long time. It was almost 15 hours until the train ended, and Dora finally went back to her shed. It was going to be Christmas in 10 days, and she couldn't wait. "Oh, I'm so excited." "Really?" said Terry. "Yes, I've never been in Christmas before. This is my first year." All the engines gasped. "It's your first year?" said Edward. "Yes, I haven't had much of a life yet, Edward." The next morning, everyone was awake. Dora woke up fresh as a daisy, and the snow wasn't even there. The snow was everywhere. It was snowing small, but snow was still everywhere. Ah, lovely, lovely, lovely. Everyone else puffed out, but one engine didn't. His name was Griffin, and he was a very big Grinch. "Christmas is silly, and the snow is silky. I won't be coming out today again. It's too ignicist." Ignicist? It's just a made-up word. Dora, don't listen to him. But Dora felt sorry. But he should be enjoying the festive spirit. Yes, but he doesn't want to. He just cares about nothing but himself. "Hey, I heard that!" "Well, it's true, you insolent little piece of—" Dora puffed away before she could hear any more. "I hope I can figure out some way to make him better. I just don't know what." Anyway, Dora pulled a goods train. She pulled it down the tracks. As she was going, suddenly the rails began to become icy. As she was going up a hill, she slipped and slipped. "What do I do? Oh, I can just use my sand boxes." She quickly poured some sand onto the rails and puffed up the steep incline. Then, when she was coasting down, she began to slow down. She put on her brakes, but she couldn't. "What? Oh no, oh no, 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 help, help, help," said Dora. She rushed down the hill at a rapid speed. Meanwhile, at the station, Terry was sitting in a siding. Then he saw Dora in the distance. There's Dora. Wait, she's coming in a little fast. "Help, help, 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 I'm a runaway. Ah, ah." "Oh no," said Terry. "No time to turn around. I'll have to go backwards." Terry quickly rushed down the line. Dora rushed past the signal. Terry stopped at the signal. There was a T-switch. He got on the T-switch and ran down the line as fast as he could. "I'm coming, Dora!" "Oh, help me! I can't stop! I can't stop!" Terry quickly rushed onto the points, another pair of points. He rushed as fast as he could. Metal was clanking as his axles ached and his chain rods shaked. He rushed down the line. It was icy, but he didn't care. He rushed in front of Dora and got onto a pair of points in front of her. He rushed away from her and he got to the next station. Then he applied his brakes and waited. The rails began to quiver. Snow on the rails began to fall off. And then, bang! Dora smashed into the back of him. There was an almighty pff, and Dora screeched to a stop. Oh, thank you, Terry. You've saved me." "Anytime, Dora. Anytime." She was brought back to the sheds and looked over. Luckily, nothing was bad. The only thing that was wrong was that her buffers were a little twisted. They were fixed immediately at the works. She came back to the shed as she didn't have any more duties, and she was told to be given some rest as the paint on her buffers were still a little wet. She sat in the shed and she saw Griffin. He was as grumpy as ever. He just stared at her with eyes that were pure anger. Suddenly, an emergency call came in. Emergency! Emergency! The second Edward has fallen off the tracks. I repeat, the second Edward of the Furnace Railway has fallen off the tracks. We need the breakdown crew immediately. Number 8547, get out of the sheds and help to clean up the mess. I won't go, said Griffin. He can help his bloody self. Dora just stared at him. She was so angry, she thought she could scream. She was so angry, she yelled, Enough! That is it. You have been a selfish idiot. If you don't stop being rude and don't go help him, you can expect to find yourself in this bloomin' shed for the rest of your life. Now get out there right now! And I repeat, right now, you are such a selfish child. If you don't get out there right now, I swear I will make sure you die. Out! Out! Without replying, Griffin just puffed out of the shed, startled by what had just happened. She just stared at him with the same eyes he had stared with her, except bigger, deeper, angrier. With that, he puffed out of the sheds and got to work. He returned with the second Edward and pulled him into the sheds. He was covered in snow from top to bottom and a lot of dirt that was still wet. He looked miserable. Oh, poor Hugh. Are you all right? I'm fine, Dora. Just fine. With one more day to Christmas, it was bustling. Parcels and presents were being delivered all over the railway. Trains had been booked and there were all over the network. So many things were happening. Dora was out of the shed immediately, and with Terry out of service, it didn't help. With that, the replacement was Griffin. He helped the railway and didn't stop. He now realized the true meaning of help and friendship. He helped all day, delivering parcels, taking passengers, doing anything he was given. With that, at the end of the day, they all sat together in the shed. With Christmas a day tomorrow, everyone fell to sleep. And that morning, it was Christmas. With everyone at home or visiting family, the railway had a day off. All the engines sat in the shed and some drivers had gone home, but most of them stayed at the party at the sheds. All the engines stayed there having fun. They all talked and chatted, and then Dora was pulled up next to Griffin. Are you okay, Griffin? I'm fine, Dora. And I'm sorry I was being selfish. Don't worry. Now that you understand the true meaning of Christmas, it's all better. And with that, Dora closed her eyes for a few minutes. It had been a wonderful Christmas. All her friends were around her, all her family. She now felt happy. A Merry Christmas to all, and a Happy New Year.